You smell that?
Nature's most powerful aphrodisiac.
Leaving right after this drink. Rock and roll, whiskey, and other stories. With your host, Brian Shaw.
Cheers. Welcome to episode 13 of I'm Leaving Right After This Drink, Rock and Roll, Whiskey, and Other Stories. Lucky number 13. Very weird, kind of a coincidence, I guess. I certainly didn't plan it, that episode 13 would be just this mishmash of stories and information and just something to talk about tonight. You know, number one, I just kind of wanted to check in because it has been a couple of weeks since the last episode. And, at first I was on vacation. I'll get into that here in a few minutes. Of course, I'm holding the guitar in my hand that has started to get covered with stickers on both the front and the back. And we'll go into that a little bit here on tonight's podcast. But I first just wanted to let everybody know that the hurricane that just rolled through here, Helene, it is something like I've never seen before. I've been in Florida now probably 7-8 years. I've been through about 4 or 5 hurricanes, and this one is by far the most devastating hurricane that I have ever seen. And to know friends that have lost everything, to know that there's people that, have no food, no way to shower, clean clothes, any of those things that I think that we take for granted on a daily basis. It is absolutely mind-blowing to witness. And, just driving through my brother's neighborhood, it was affected pretty bad right by the water. And it's crazy. It looks like a war zone. It is, it is just something to be seen. And, you see the videos and the photos and it just doesn't register until you actually see that devastation with your own 2 eyes about just how crazy that hurricane was. And man, just to know what it did to Florida and just moving right on up through Georgia and Tennessee and North Carolina and the damage it's done all along the way is absolutely unbelievable. And again, just to know that I've had some friends pretty close that were affected by it and lost a lot of stuff. I was very fortunate to not really be affected by it, other than having some friends and things like that get affected by it. But I cannot stress enough that the power of water is crazy. The power of Mother Nature is crazy. And, my brother got about 5 feet of water in his garage, and his home sits above his garage. And to see that little bit of devastation that he got throughout his garage and in his neighborhood doesn't even compare to the things just, 10 miles up the road and how devastating it was there. I mean, it is absolutely crazy, what has been witnessed, and to know that water is so devastating and damaging when it comes flooding in. And you see people all the time on the news who think they can drive through flooded streets. Like, you can't. Don't try it. And even seeing it for myself, seeing, at my brother's home that, the swim spa that he had get moved 1.5 feet off of its base because of the amount of water that came rushing in, and in through the front and out through the back and pushing that thing like 1.5 feet. It's absolutely just an incredible sight to see. And like I said, I know a couple of people that have lost everything, and it just sucks, and you feel so so helpless, and and things like that. But I just wanted to touch base on that real quick. I don't want to harp on the devastation of Helene and how crazy it was to go through, and to see the things happen to people, and things that we take for granted on a daily basis. Whether it's the food in our home, doing laundry, taking a shower, all those things is just crazy to think that there's individuals that no longer have a home, no longer have a car to drive. That it's just absolutely an unbelievable thing, to see and live through. And again, thankfully, I feel very lucky that, I came out without any damage and without any loss. And so but I'm doing my best to help people and to help some friends get through a very, very difficult time. So enough about Helene. I know you guys have heard about it throughout the news and social media. So I'm just going to kind of touch on a few other things that have happened over the last few weeks. And before I get into that, I hope anybody who's watching is okay. Their family and friends are okay. I do know a lot of folks that happen to live here in the Southeast. And so I hope that your family and friends are okay and safe and have not experienced, such a terrible loss. So I think the first thing I should cover is a couple of, I don't know, maybe like 8 days before Helene came rolling through, I was on vacation. I was having a great time up in the Northeast as I went up to see the Berserkerus Festival with Zach Wild, Clutch, the Rival Sons, and Cody Jinks. And man, and Blackstone Cherry was on that bill. I mean, it was just so cool to go up there. I'd never been up there in the Poconos. And man, just absolutely beautiful. For a concert outside, I don't think I could have expected or asked for a better day weather-wise. It was like 80 degrees, perfect weather. Like no humidity, unlike Florida where it's like 100% humidity. And as soon as you walk out the door, you're sweating your ass off. And it was a beautiful, beautiful day that day. And just a great day for rock and roll. I got to see some old friends that I hadn't seen in a long time, totally random. And got to meet a couple of new friends. And so, man, it was absolutely an incredible trip and a show that was definitely worth it, man. It was worth the drive. Yeah, I drove because I had to get another guitar signed, a guitar that I think was the first one I ever bought, a Fender Squire. It's got some different autographs on it from a variety of people. But I was lucky enough to meet Al Pitrelli from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And I'll go into a little bit more of this when I get the guitar back, as I've sent the guitar out to be clear coated by my friend Mo at Mo Colors. Mo, I love you, man. You do awesome work, as I've said in previous episodes. So I can't wait to get that guitar back. And who knows, by the time this is published, I may have it back already. So once that gets back and in my possession, we're going to talk a little bit about that guitar because it's just one of my most prized possessions because of the signatures and what that guitar, means to me after all these years. But I will say this, meeting Al Pitrelli, absolutely amazing guy. I was lucky enough to interview that man a few times over my radio career, and then to actually sit down and have a couple of drinks with the guy and just bullshit was absolutely one of the coolest fucking things, man. So that trip to the Poconos, hell yeah, fucking thumbs up for that. Totally worth the fucking, 18-hour drive, I think it was. Because I love a good road trip. I'll be totally honest. I'm not afraid to fly. I just hate the process of flying. But to take that road trip up the East Coast, I got to see my old buddy Schmonty from KDKB out in Phoenix and our old podcast called The Two Unemployed Radio Guys. So it was cool to catch up with him. So it was definitely one of those things that it was nice to see. I even got to see a girlfriend of mine that I've known for a long time in Savannah and was able to catch up with her on a quick trip through and stop in and have some breakfast with her. So it was a totally awesome trip. I could not have asked for better weather. The whole thing, man, an absolutely incredible experience. And then what happens? Like 6 days later, boom, Helene hits. Holy shit. Absolutely crazy. But now we're going to talk about this guitar here in my hand. And I know if you recall a few episodes back, I can't remember if it was 8 or 9 or 7 or whatever the hell it was. I have no idea. But you can go back on the YouTube channel. I'll even link to it in the description to the episode where I talk about actually putting this guitar together and getting it painted by Mo from Mo Colors. And, got the thing started on the stickers. The whole goal of this guitar was simply just to do something cool and unique. And it was all about putting stickers on this guitar. I wanted a Firebird style guitar because I just love the body style and I wanted a little bit of canvas, as they say, to work with as far as putting stickers and stuff on this guitar. So I guess what I would do is I'll just kind of talk a little bit about some of the stickers and things like that I've put on here just to get this thing going. This thing is going to be a work in progress. It's going to change all the time as I add new stickers and go to different places and buy stickers and stuff like that. So it's going to be, totally different. But I guess a few of the things that stick out, of course, I got to have a Rolling Stone sticker down here because I love the fucking Stones, man. Stones, probably to me, the greatest rock band in the fucking world. Yeah. So you got to have the Stones on the front, right? So obviously some of the bands that are on here are just some of my favorites. Slayer, Megadeth, Nashville Pussy. I love me some Nashville Pussy, man. Rider Size and that band are absolutely fucking awesome. KC95, good old KC95 sticker with Sweet Meat. It's the radio station I grew up on, man, and definitely influenced me in a musical way for my early stages of my life, for sure. Of course, we got a White Snake sticker. Got to have some White Snake, man. Love me some David Coverdale. And then Ramstein, we got a Harley Davidson. We got an I Love Vagina sticker because, hey, who doesn't love vagina? This is from my buddy Drew, who he used to have the I Love Vagina clothing company. And so that's kind of just covering the front. Of course, Dolly. Got to have a Dolly Parton sticker, man. Because Dolly is fucking kick-ass. Then, on the back. What do we have on the back? Well, we've got a Berserkerus sticker from the show that I went to and spoke of a little bit earlier. We got Elvis down here on the bottom. We've got 93.3 KDKB, one of my favorite radio stations that I worked for when I was doing radio, and I believe I worked there 4 times. I think I was going on a record for the amount of times I rolled through this station and was on the air. Absolutely loved working for this radio station, loved living in Phoenix. Of course, my love for Budweiser is shown here on the guitar. We have a hot chick, just because. Need a hot chick on the guitar, right? I didn't talk about the hot chick on the front because this is more of like, you know, things that influence me, but we won't talk about why this girl influenced me, right? And we'll just kind of leave that as it is. But that's a good old Madison Ivy sticker for those of you who know who that is. And if you don't, well, go ahead and Google her and make sure you're not safe for work is off. And yeah, man, so some friends, you know, gave me some stickers along the way here as well. My buddy Jeremy, he sent me a sticker of his caricature. And he's a tour bus driver friend of mine, and he's a fucking really cool guy. I call him the unofficial mayor of Nashville because between him and his dad, I think they fucking know everybody in Nashville, Tennessee. Mr. Big, we got an Allman Brothers sticker there because, of course, I love the fucking Allmans. They were the first concert I ever saw. And, of course, I still get mistaken for a Greg Allman. Let me rephrase that. A dead Greg Allman. So I don't know if that really says anything about how I look these days, but hey, whatever. And of course, we have a Creedence Clearwater Revival. We got some stickers here on the edge. We've got an Aerosmith sticker here. We got a ZZ Top one over here. Pantera, Deep Purple. What else we got here? I got a Twisted Sister. We got Hot Rod. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it was a cool sticker. Dio. And, you know, we got Van Halen, Tom Petty, man. So just a great way to get this guitar started with some of these, you know, stickers. Oh, yeah, by the way, this one. 100% Tears of My Enemies. That's a good one to have on the guitar. So I just have to tell you, man, I'm stoked about this. It's a very cool kit. I told myself this. This is the thing about this kit. I wanted this style guitar, and I told myself I can buy a kit and get it painted for less than me buying a Thunderbird guitar. Well, my friends, I was definitely wrong about that. So between the paint job, the work going into this, yeah, I could have just bought a Thunderbird. But the difference is the Thunderbird I would have bought would not have been this fucking kick-ass white. I've seen some blue ones. I've seen some like the brown color, but I've never seen a very cool white one. And that's one, again, making this one 100% unique. And it is now the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's the 6th Shaw family guitar that has been made. And so I'm extremely stoked about this. It plays very, very good. It holds tune even fucking better for a kit that I literally put no additional work into the pickups or, you know, to the tuning keys or anything, unlike I did on the initial model that I built with my dad. So this thing, man, I really enjoy. And I love playing on it. And, you know, if anybody wants to send me stickers, you still can. I will certainly put the address here on the bottom of the video so you can still send me some stickers if you would like. So I'll put my email address up there and then I'll send you some stickers. I'm just going to put my address out there for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's a little fucking crazy these days. So anyhow, man, that is going to kind of wrap it up for today. Made it kind of quick and painless. And, I never want to start off on a sad note, but Hurricane Helene was definitely one that I think I needed to talk about just for a little bit, just due to the devastation and everything that has gone on over the last, 4 or 5 days since that happened. So once again, I appreciate everyone tuning in and sending your feedback. Please continue to do so. And hopefully next time there won't be a fucking hurricane in between, as there's another storm brewing. Are you fucking kidding me? We're supposed to be nearing the end of hurricane season, and yet I feel like shit's just getting going. It's absolutely fucking insane, the world we're fucking living in right now, man. I gotta tell you. So anyhow, everybody have an awesome fucking week, and until the next time, cheers. Oh yeah. By the way, I need a fucking Jack Daniels sticker for this guitar. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. You dig?
God bless the internet.